Now here is one more tongue twister. I had seen one movie, and all of you can watch it if you get the CD, or I'm sure it will be available on YouTube. The title of the movie is My Fair Lady. It is a Hollywood classical movie. The story about that movie is about one professor who meets a friend of his, and then the two people, they meet a girl, a street girl, a country girl kind of person. One challenges the other that you will not be able to change her accent, make her speak proper good English. In that movie, there's a tongue twister which I think you should practice. The tongue twister is, in Hertford, Hampshire, hurricanes hardly happen.
In Hertford, Hampshire, hurricanes hardly happen. You are right. You got it. Your H sound is weak. You say E. Here becomes ear. Okay, so you need to
in Hertford, Hampshire, hurricanes hardly happen. And then I'll give you another one after you write this. First you write this. In Hertford.
Hertford.
Yeah.
F-O-R-D.
I'm not sure what spelling. If you
Hampshire.
Google it, you'll get the right spelling.
Hampshire.
Hampshire. Hurricanes hardly happen. The other one I just created out of my mind because I couldn't think of a tongue twister with Y. Yellow yachts. Or yes, yellow yachts. Because you said it.
Hello.
Instead of saying yet, you said it.
Hello.
Yellow yachts. Yellow yachts. Say it.
Yellow yachts.
Hello yachts. Yellow yachts.
Yellow yachts.
Yellow yachts. Yellow yachts. Yellow yachts. Yellow nahi. Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow nahi. It is not yellow ille. It is yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow yachts.
Yellow.
So these two pronunciations you have to focus on.
Right.
In fact, in our training, this is what we try to bring about. What each participant needs to focus, where the focus is required, and that brings about a huge improvement. Now, one last piece of Shakespeare, if we can do, before we move on to something else. There is this play, Merchant of Venice, again written by William Shakespeare. The setting is the city of Venice, 400-500 years back. The main protagonist in this play is a gentleman known as Antonio. He is the merchant of Venice. He was said to be a very rich man, a noble man, highly respected. In those days, the Banias, the money lender class, Marwadis, were the Jews in Venice. They were the people who were the financiers. And if anyone needed money, they would go to the Jews. As a community, they were in a minority, but they were not liked by anyone. In fact, they were hated by many people. Possibly because they were successful, they were rich. Possibly because they were very money-minded and hard-nosed, business-like. Antonio used to make fun of one such money lender, a Jew named Shylock. Whenever he would meet him, he would always make fun of him. And Shylock, maybe his communication skills were not that good. He would quietly just suffer the insult and move on. The whole thing kept on building with him. Now you just imagine a situation that if a person who always troubles you, makes fun of you, always puts you down in front of the others, one fine day or one not so fine day, the same person comes to you seeking for help. What is going to go on in your mind? These are the kind of emotions which are there in Shylock's mind. When Antonio, one day he requires money. Although he was a very rich man, he didn't need the money. His friend, he had a close friend, Bassanio, who wanted to marry this very rich lady. Her name was Portia, in another town. And in those days there was a system that by which young men could, they could solicit, very eligible ladies for marriage. He required money for doing all the travel and the shopping and stuff like that. Antonio at that moment didn't have liquid cash. He would have otherwise given it to him. So he said, don't worry. In a few days, my ships, they have gone on a voyage, they are safe, they'll come back. I'm going to get a lot of money. So what, I don't have it right now, we'll take it from this Shylock fellow. He's anyway a money lender. His main job is to lend and earn interest out of it. So let's go to him. Now when when Shylock finds that instead of making fun of me, today he has come seeking my help. Shylock says the following lines on page 18, the upper portion of it. He says, Signor Antonio, everybody.
Signor Antonio.
Many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. With a deep breath.
Many times the Rialto you have rated me about my money and my usances.
See, these sentences are long. Words are unfamiliar. Pronunciations are difficult. And it has to be spoken in one breath, so it is all the more challenging. If you take a deep breath, you will find that the entire thing will be spoken in one breath, and you will also be able to raise the pitch at the same time. Many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. With a deep breath.
Many times the Rialto you have rated me about my money and my usances.
Still have I borne it with a patient shrug.
Still have I borne it with patient shrug.
For sufferance is the badge of all our tribe.
For sufferance is the badge of all our tribe.
You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog,
You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog,
and spit upon my Jewish gabardine,
And spit upon my Jewish gabardine,
and all for use of that which is mine own.
and all for use of that which is my own.
Well then, it now appears you need my help.
Well
then it now appears you need my help.
Go to them.
Go to them.
You come to me and you say,
You come to me and you say,
Shylock, we would have monies.
Shylock, we would have monies.
You say so.
You
You say so.
You that did void your room upon my beard and put me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold.
You that did void your room
on my beard and put me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold.
Most difficult sentence. Take a really deep breath and raise the pitch. You that did void your room upon my beard and put me as a stranger cur over your threshold.
You that did void your room upon my beard and put me as a stranger cur over your threshold.
Monies is your suit.
Money is your suit.
What should I say to you?
What should I say to you?
Should I not say,
Should I not say,
hath a dog money?
hath a dog money?
Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats?
Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats?
Or shall I bend low and in a bondman's key, with bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this?
Or shall I bend low and see with bated breath and whispering humbleness say this?
Fair sir,
Fair sir,
you spit on me on Wednesday last.
you spit on me on Wednesday last.
Another time you called me dog.
Another time you called me dog.
And for these courtesies I lend you thus much monies.
And for these courtesies I lend you thus much money.
So in a play you can't say the same thing in the same manner. Moment to moment you have to change your voice, change the emotions. In fact, acting, it is said, is about 60 to 70% using your voice. So it is the voice which bring about the emotions.
This English is very.
It is very old, it is very archaic. I
This is
agree.
Hath is the head.
Head, yes, head.
But for such an old English, it is very easy to understand even now.
Yeah.
Okay, it is more easier than our legal English and typical English.
Actually, Priyam Saab, I'll tell you, I am from an English medium school. This very play, Merchant of Venice, and the previous one, Julius Caesar, a couple of others, As You Like It, Midsummer Night's Dream, we had done 4 or 5 plays as part of our 9th and 10th, or maybe 8th, 9th, 10th. But in those days, when we had done those plays, we did not understand or appreciate the quality of the content. It was not entirely our fault. When our teachers were teaching us the plays, their focus was only on what we are saying, giving us the meanings of what each word means. We never enacted them out. It's only when we made it part of our training and practiced it ourselves that we were able to imagine how the play would have been character and put ourselves in.
We are also having this play in our junior college.
You did.
Bassanio and Portia.
Antonio, Bassanio, Portia, Shylock, and the scene of that
Court.
what we have done.
Were you also one of the characters?
Yeah, I was Bassanio.
All right.
That is the reason why he's more into the character.
So, but it was very long. We were given a booklet full of Merchant of Venice.
Yes, it is.
The full booklet was
This is
small.
only one
Yeah.
small extract of that.
Yeah.
It's a monologue, in fact.
Yeah.
And why a monologue? A monologue is where the character is thinking aloud, as you'll find in the second part of it. First part is actually speaking, talking to Antonio. But the second part of this Shylock speech is a monologue. The monologue is where the character is on stage, he is thinking aloud, and he is talking to the audience.
आइए जोशी जी सीनियर एंटोनी हाय no you are Shylock I'm sorry कंजूस मक्खी चूस Shylock almost तुमको रोल गलत दिया था
Senior Antonio, many a time and off. In the real too, you have rated me about my monies and my usances.
जोशी जी, आपने मार्क एंथनी भी ऐसे ही पढ़ा था, अभी शाइलॉक भी ऐसे पढ़ रहे हैं. Bring about variance in pace. That is the main area of improvement. Don't read the entire passage in the same.
नहीं, इसका ये जो है ना, ये समझ में नहीं आता ना, इसमें क्या उसको करने का उसका
नहीं, अभी देखिए आप हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं ना, हिंदी भी आपकी वैसे ही लग रही है जैसे आप मर्चेंट ऑफ वेनिस शाइलॉक का पढ़ रहे हैं. So what I'm trying to say is, this is varying the pace.
content is not clear in my mind. What he is
See,
to
what
say.
he's trying to say, he's just trying to give it back, whatever insult he has suffered so many times at the hands of Antonio. He is now wanting, he's venting his pent-up frustration, that's all. And how he is doing it? When he says, yes, sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last, you spurred me such a day, another time you called me a dog,
now you want money
and for these courtesies I lend you thus much money. This is the message he's trying to convey.
Senior Antonio, many a time and oft in the real too, you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish garden, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well then, it now appears you need my help. Go to then, you come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You that did void your rim upon my beard and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur. And foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Monies is your suit What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath the dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low and in a bondman's key? With bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this, fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time you called me a dog, and for these courtesies I will lend you thus much monies.
Important thing is that you just understand what are the emotions that are to be brought out by the character, and through practice it does come about. As we have already seen, it's not easy, and here from morning itself we are doing something or the other. The process is continuing. Let's listen.
Senior Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug. For sufferance in the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well then, it now appears you need my help. Go to them. You came to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You that did void your realm upon my beard and foot me as you spurn a stranger cut over your threshold. Money is your suit. What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath dog money? Is it possible? A cur can lend me 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low and bondman's key with bated breath and whisper in humbleness, say this? Fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day, another time. You called me dog, and for these courtesies, I lend you thus such monies.
Anybody else want to try this?